Round 8. Gilbert Martínez against Tony Tubbs in this featured heavyweight fight at the Palace Indian Gaming Center in Lemoore, California. And really more of the same between these two fighters, as it really appears that neither one is going to be able to put the other away as they just kind of stand and trade punches.
About the only thing that's changed in this round is the fact that Mr. Tubbs decided to
go over to the other corner.
Rest in the neutral corner rather than his own corner.
Exactly.
I think he was figured that by laying in the blue corner over there, he's a little closer to his stool when it's time for the bell to ring.
When Tubbs was in his prime, his style was what? He wasn't that hard of a hitter.
He never fought like this. He was dancing and moving and shuffling and everything else, moving around, flicking a great jab. And what happens in age, as I'm sure all of us know, the first thing that goes your legs a little bit. You decide not to do the road work anymore. You get a little tired and your legs just aren't there to move anymore.
Tubbs with a couple overhand rights to Martínez.
It's got to be really frustrating when Tony keeps hitting him with everything he's got. He just keeps coming.
And as you said, Jeff, a piece of granite for a jaw, because Martínez has taken a couple of punches, but it doesn't seem to stagger him at all.
Well, Martínez's last fight here a few months back with Jeremy Williams, who, even though he's a small heavyweight, is a devastating puncher. I believe he's got 35, 36 KOs with 40 fights. He hit Martínez with everything but the kitchen sink, and Martínez didn't quaver at all, just kept coming forward and getting busted up. But there's Tony trying something there that tried to resemble a movement, but
boy, those feet are heavy now when they're hitting that canvas.
And Martínez just plows straight forward once again. And this has been the posture they're in right now, pretty much the posture of the entire fight, as we're in round 8 of a scheduled 10-rounder between these two heavyweights.
And boxing's hard enough. I can't even imagine taking 7 years off and trying to get yourself in shape to come back and fight 10 rounds. He's going to sleep good tonight.
Yeah, it's the thing that gets me too is that Tony's got to know he's way behind in this fight, and with about 6 to 9 more minutes of boxing here or so, he knows he's got to pull some rabbit out of his hat, and he just seems quite happy with just the same old thing.
Inside 10 seconds to go here in round 8, as it winds to a close. A lot more of what we've seen in the previous 7 rounds. Time running out for Tony Tubbs in round 9 of this heavyweight fight between he and Gilbert Martínez.
You see Martínez, and that bell rings, just comes running out every time with either a straight left or a right hook or something. He just comes right out as soon as that bell rings, setting the tone that, hey, this is my night. I'm going to back you up, keep throwing punches. It's going to go 20 rounds this way, pal. And Tony, I think at this point now realizes that if he doesn't hit him with something solid or do something, he's going to be in trouble.
Well, Martínez has taken a few punches, but we've yet to see his demeanor change even slightly. He doesn't look like he's been hurt at all or rattled. He just keeps continuing to just plow on forward.
Nothing phases him, and I'm glad to see his face hasn't busted up too. To keep him in this fight.
He really hadn't been hit that much in the face.
Martínez in a position here where really all he has to do is be safe this last round and a half.
I think he wants a knockout. I think he doesn't trust anybody anymore in this world. He's had a tough life and all that. He wants to just maul this guy for every minute of it. He can stand back now and move around, but that's not his style. I don't think he'd know how to backpedal and dance.
No, he certainly hasn't shown that he is inclined to backpedal at all.
There's a little warning by the referee, Marty Salmon, about trying to hold him and tying him up and all that. But if I was Tony after this onslaught for the past 24 minutes, I'd be looking to tie him up in the rope somehow.
Well, you can hear his corner say you've got room now, so Tubbs' corner wants him to get off the ropes and make something happen, but he just doesn't seem like he's been fit enough to do that.
Well, he did spin him around just then and land a little punch right there, but the problem is Gilbert's immediately on him like a cheap suit.
And then you saw once there was a little space created and Tubbs throws a punch that hits nothing but air, that takes a lot out of him. 10 seconds to go in round 9 of this featured heavyweight fight between Gilbert Martínez and Tony Tubbs. They'll go 10, and we'll be back. 10th and final round between Tony Tubbs and Gilbert Martínez. And I don't know if you guys hear in Tubbs' corner, but between rounds, his corner was saying, hey, 3 more minutes, you got to give all you got. He got out of the corner, he's out in the middle of the ring right now.
Yeah, he's actually, and Gilbert's, is that boxing he's doing? I don't know. He got nailed a couple times trying to come in because he didn't lunge in like he usually does, throwing punches. He's standing back there bouncing around, and there's a right uppercut by Tony because Gilbert, for some reason, is standing back and bouncing around on his feet at arm's distance away where he doesn't want to be.
Well, he's been successful keeping punches off of him the entire fight by, as you said, charging right ahead from the bell. And now he decided he wanted to go back and dance a little bit.
Well, unless something dramatic happens here in the next 2 minutes or so, I see it 99-91 on all 3 cards, unless somebody sees something I don't see.
I'm with you.
And if you're Tubbs, you have to force something dramatic here. He's now got 2 minutes to try to
He's got to knock him out twice in the next 2 minutes to win this fight.
But he's not going to do it back against the ropes like this. So Martínez has gone back to where he's most comfortable, just charging forward. Another big swing by Tubbs that doesn't connect with anything.
And it's not like Martínez is the most elusive guy in the world.
No.
I mean, it's like trying to hit an oak tree standing in front of you, and how he can swing and miss at that, I don't know. That's the beauty of being out here watching it. Everything looks a lot easier, doesn't it? This is, you know, this is like watching the playoffs here in football. It's like those football players fighting a 10-round fight every Sunday afternoon, you know. And this is all this wrestling and grappling and punching inside. This really wears you out, both guys.
Well, yeah, that's the guy who sits in the press box and says he was wide open. How did he miss him? Well, you weren't the guy down there with 2 angry 240-pound guys chasing you.
That's all those media guys second guessing.
That's right. Less than 30 seconds left in this 10th and final round of our featured heavyweight fight tonight. And it's going to take lightning, I think, for Tony Tubbs at this point.
Well, this hasn't been a very pretty fight, but the fact is that Gilbert's been effective doing what he does best, and that's what beat him. If he would have stood out there, he would have gotten nailed with a lot of punches.
And that's the 10th round. We'll be back with the decision right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Abelardo scores the contest 98-92. Dan Stell has it 97-94. And Terry Smith 96-94. All for the winner by unanimous decision, Killer Gil Martínez.
Well, Jeff, the numbers weren't quite what you said, but the result certainly was what we all thought it would be.
Shocked to the 96-94.
How about a hand for the former champ, Tony Tubbs? Let's give him a hand.
So Tony Tubbs goes to 40-10 as a professional. Gilbert Martínez after that 7